morning vlog. But recently I took a part-time job working at a local coffee shop just for the experience, doing something a little different. I thought, I've had my own business for 8 years, why not go get a typical job again and get some experience doing something different. I've always wanted to work at a coffee shop and I just thought it sounded like fun. So this is actually my 3rd shift working and I feel like I'm getting the hang of it, but I'm still figuring things out a bit. And I thought it'd be fun to bring you along for a week into my life. I have some other fun stuff planned to do after my shift today and tomorrow. So yeah, welcome along. I'm so glad you're here. If you're new here, I'm Lydia. I'm a full-time artist and I make content about my life as an artist and running a business and just everyday life things. It's almost time for me to leave and I'm carpooling with my sister. She actually got a job at the coffee shop first, and since I'm her sister, I'm obligated to copy her. So now I work there too. But we're carpooling today because we're working the same shift, just about. And it snowed a bunch last night, so I have to go clean off my car before I leave. Let's go. This is always the fun part. It sounds like spring, and it's like such a cruel trick of the imagination because it is definitely not spring. Coffee hits so different after a shift when you've been on your feet and you're like thirsty and warm. Oh, so good. It's just completely different. I have a whole new appreciation for coffee. That was a crazy shift. I worked from 8 until 3, so I've been on my feet for a long time and really didn't have any breaks. It was like super busy. We were short a person. But it was good and also like productive. Like I learned a lot. I learned a lot more about like making coffees and stuff. Yeah. So it's now a little past 3. Technically my dinner reservation is in like an hour and 20 minutes. I might have to like call and be like, hey, I'm running a little late because I don't know how fast I can like get home and get ready and everything.
but it's half off day at Goodwill in my area. So I'm actually gonna run over to Goodwill now and see if anything catches my eye. I haven't been thrifting as much this year because I've been trying to be more spendthrift and not just like go out and like buy everything I see. So this will be a fun little excursion for me because I haven't been to Goodwill in like, I don't know, I haven't been this month at least. Well, I only found one thing. It was a little round mirror with a scalloped edge that I'm gonna paint. But it'll be a fun project and it was only $1. It's always a zoo in there on half price day. My plans for the rest of the evening is I'm going to a classical concert at my local symphony. I haven't been to my local symphony in like years and years and years, so this will be fun. I'm going to hear Tchaikovsky's Violin Concerto, which is a piece in the repertoire that I have never heard live, and it's always been on my bucket list. The other pieces that are on my bucket list are like Rock 2 or 3 piano concertos, because I would just love to hear those live, but this is another big one that I haven't seen before in person, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I thought, since I'm going on a solo date to the symphony, I may as well just make an evening of it and try a new restaurant. So I'm going to a French restaurant. Hopefully it's good. It looks a little expensive, but I will withhold judgment until I have tried the food. Never mind the mess behind me because I got a ton of packages today, but here's the fit. I have my, here, let me turn on the light. Maybe that helps a little bit. I have my plum nap style dress and my Mary Janes and my little black purse, some little bow earrings. These are old J. Crew, and just kind of like done my hair up a little bit. Dinner was really good. I went to a French restaurant. It's called Brasserie 23, and previously it was branded as Bin 23, and it had like very American style decor and eatery like vibes, like mason jar lights, and there was like a big galvanized steel windmill inside the front door in the old pictures. So I was really curious if it was going to have like authentic French bistro vibes, but it was pretty nice. My only complaint is that they were playing American pop music, but a lot of bistros in Paris play American pop music, because I've been and I know. And the food was good. I really do wish that there were some French restaurants in America that were not expensive though, because like I picked 2 of the cheaper items on the menu, which I liked both of them. I didn't just pick them because they were cheap, but I did want to try more than one thing. So I got the mussels with bread and a Caesar salad. Really wish there was some lower end price range French restaurants in America where you could go and get like a $5 starter and a $15 entree instead of like a $40 entree. But yeah, no notes on the food. It was really good. The wine sauce was kind of strong, but I didn't hate it. And I got a mocktail too. I've had an espresso martini like mocktail once before at Ralph Lauren in Chicago, and it didn't have any cream in it, so I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this one because I'm not a big black coffee drinker. I really don't like black coffee. I don't mind unsweetened coffee, but I really prefer it with cream. And this one had some kind of cream added to it, and it was like nice and foamy and cold, and they also put caramel syrup in it. Really, really good. Definitely like a dessert type drink, but it was like $13, so it felt a little bit overpriced for what I got. The drink itself was really, really good. And yeah, I'd never been there, so it was fun to go somewhere new. There was a place downtown South Bend that I was gonna try, and then I remembered this one, and I was more interested to try the menu there because it was French food, and we don't really have much of that in this area.
Sunday, guys. Well, happy Sunday to me. I don't know if it's Sunday when you're watching this, but happy whatever day it is. I'm home from church. This is my outfit today. I have this little silky blouse from Wilfred, the Aritzia brand. And usually I'd wear it with a straighter skirt, and I tried like more of a flowy circle skirt today, but I think the straighter skirt is the way to go for this outfit. It has these ties that keep coming undone, and it's like, my one complaint is that it's weirdly tight through the forearms. Like when I bend my arm like that, it's just like super, super tight through the forearms. And like, I don't think I have particularly fat forearms, so I'm not sure why that is. But yeah, I was not a purple girl for like years and years and years. I wore so much purple when I was like an adolescent girl going through like all of the wardrobe difficulties you have in your like early teens and tweens, and I kind of fell out of love with the color. And then in the last year or so, I have found a couple of different pieces of clothing that are different shades of purple, and I've like fallen in love with it again. So this is one of them. The dress I wore last night was also one of those. It's kind of funny because I saw this one coat on Pinterest, like this really high-end coat, and it wouldn't work on me. It's like the wrong lines, but the color was just this gorgeous deep plum, and that coat single-handedly altered my opinion of the color purple. And I was like, wait, no, I love purple. I was gonna go to Home Goods after church and get a big old mirror to put in this section of the wall here. I've had my eye on one for a while, and I just haven't bit the bullet. And I was thoroughly determined to go and get this one specific mirror from Tahari Home, and they had two last time I was in there, and so I was like, okay, fingers crossed they'll have one left in stock come Sunday, and they were both gone. So unfortunately I didn't get the mirror. The lady said they're getting a truck in on Tuesday, so maybe I'll check like Wednesday and see if they have one in stock. But I was so bummed. I really, really wanted to get the mirror and like put it in here today, and oh well, maybe I'll find something different that I like even better. I didn't recap the concert for you last night. In addition to the Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto, the symphony played Brahms' Symphony No. 3, which I had never heard live before, and I'm pretty sure that I had heard all of the movements at some point in the past, but I had just I was not familiar enough with it to be like, oh, that's Brahms' Symphony No. 3. But it was a really great performance, and the soloist was Benjamin Bielman, which I had never heard of him before, but he gave a really great energetic performance, and he was like very engaged with the conductor and the orchestra, so it was like fun. You could see them like communicating with each other throughout the piece. But they were great. It was really fun to go like do something solo. It's been a minute since I've like been out, done something on my own. I think the last time I did anything solo was in Chicago last summer. I actually vlogged it. It was my 24 hours in Chicago vlog. Especially if you're single and you want to like go do something fun. I highly recommend going on a solo date, and especially to the symphony. It can be like a little weird or like nerve-wracking to eat out alone at a fancy restaurant, but at the symphony, like, it's dark, everyone's focused on the music, you just sit there, and it's like really easy to go by yourself. I would really like to go on a solo trip somewhere this year. I guess technically I went to Chicago solo, and I've been on a solo trip before, but Chicago, I'm so familiar with Chicago that it's not really like that unfamiliar, like that big of a deal. Going out on like little solo dates is a good way to, I guess, test the waters of doing things by myself. I also went to the South Bend Chocolate Cafe after the symphony because it's downtown South Bend, and it's like kind of a nostalgic place to go, but like it's definitely one of those things where you go and you're like, this isn't that great, and then you go like 5 years and you haven't been, and you're like, oh yeah, the South Bend Chocolate Cafe is down here, let's go there, and then you're like, oh yeah, this wasn't that great. Because I went in and I was like, oh, I'll just get some ice cream. Like, it's like a thing. After the symphony, you go down to South Bend Chocolate Cafe, and I've always gotten ice cream. And the ice cream is so expensive, and so I was like, okay, I don't want a huge cone. I'll get a kid's cone with like a half scoop, and it was advertised as like $6. And so I was like, okay, can I get the kid's cone? And she's like, yeah, here you go, take it over there and she'll ring you up. And I'm like, and she rings it up as a full scoop. And like, I put like the clip there, it was not that big of a scoop. It was like a home scoop, not a cafe scoop. And I actually like ran into a couple of people who had been at the symphony as well, and we had like a nice chat. And they had ice cream cones, and they had like big ice cream cones, like the big ice cream cones you would expect to get. And I was like, I asked for a kid's cone, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is a kid's cone. And I kind of went back and forth with the cashier a little bit, and finally she rang me up as a kid's cone. But because I was like second guessing myself, I like tipped her, so I ended up paying like even more. Why? Anyway, it wasn't even till I got home that I was like, yeah, the people I was with had big like full-size cones. Anyway, yeah, it's like one of those places you go because it's nostalgic, not because it's like amazing food or something. I do appreciate that it hasn't fallen prey to like the trend of remaking everything white and gray. It's like exactly like it's been for the last 20 years. So if you're looking for an authentic experience in South Bend, you could do the Chocolate Cafe. I think with that, I'm gonna wrap up this vlog. I'm not really doing anything terribly interesting the rest of the day. Probably do some like tidying up, prepping for the week, and maybe work on editing this vlog a little bit. Do some Bible study. Yeah, when I get the mirror, whenever I find it, I will vlog it. I'm probably going to do a series about remodeling my room because I've been making more and more plans, and I'm like starting to develop more concrete ideas of what I want to do. And so keep an eye out for some bedroom makeover vlogs coming hopefully before too long. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little peek into a weekend in my life. Maybe inspired you to go check out a classical concert or to go do something solo. Let me know what part you enjoyed most, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely day.
Welcome to the exciting world of kids.